Hi everyone, so today we're going to create a grow center, and what we're using is we're going to use some plastic shelving and we're using some grow lights. Now I want this to be a mobile grow center, meaning that I can put it up here in front of my living room window and then I can take it down, dismantle it, or move it to another room by myself so I can easily carry it. So I want it to be lightweight and something that if I want to put it in a closet or put it into storage, I can take it apart and do that. So this is my living room window, and you can see the decals on the window. Those are there to prevent the birds from flying into the window because we did lose quite a few. But this is where I'm going to put the grow center. Now I've already taken my curtains down and my blinds to allow the most amount of light in for the grow center here. This is a west facing window. You can see it here, and it does get the most light in my house. It's very powerful in the summer, the light coming through here. Now I have tinfoil on my half moon window up above because that's how powerful it is. And it'll actually fade the furniture if I don't cover that window. But this seems to work well, and I think this is a perfect area for a grow center. Last year I put my table here and it wasn't the most efficient. This is the storage shelves that I'm going to use for this. They are black plastic shelves. I got them at Home Depot. They were 40 bucks each and I bought 3. Now you can see here they are 72 inches high and they are perfect for what I need. I'm very happy with the size of these. I think they'll hold multiple trays. Now the top shelf I may not use because it's a little too high for the window, but we'll see how it goes. So the plan is that we're going to put these shelves up and we're going to put 2 grow lights on the bottom shelves where there isn't any light because the wall is there. And then the rest of the plants will get natural light on the upper shelves. So I'm going to take these apart and I'll show you how we're putting this together and how long it takes me to do it. I may need a little bit of help from Robert. We'll see how it goes. But for the most part, I'm hoping I can get this done myself fairly quickly. So these are covered in plastic. So we're just going to take the plastic off and open these up. I'm just using scissors. Now those shells are made by Tough Stuff, just so you know in case you're interested in them. I purchased these myself. There's no sponsorship or freebies in my world. I'm just one of those gardeners that does my own thing. So you can see here, there's 4 of these tubes in each one of these. So it hooks all the shells together. I'm just going to set them aside. They come with 2 wall mounts. You can see them here. And then they come with top cones that you can close off the top. And these are your feet. But I'm going to reverse these. I'm going to put these as feet and put these at the top as a stopper to hold my containers or my seed flats on the top one so they don't slide off. In case I accidentally slide them, this will catch them. So you're just going to unscrew these all from the plastic that's holding them and take them off. And try not to drop everything. rather than have spare parts lie all over. If you want to disassemble this, turn it into a bookshelf or something later on, then you can pop these caps out because they come out really easily, and you can put them on the top where they're supposed to be to block the holes. So now I've got my trusty hammer here, and this is one of those rubber hammers, and I'm just going to put the corners on these. Now you can see these have that edge like that, and then this edge. So this is the edge we're putting in. So we're just going to pound 4 of them, one into each one of these corners, like that. And I just like to give them a shake to make sure they're in place. And then we're going to put the top shelf on. I'm doing this in my kitchen so you can kind of see how I'm putting them together, because it'll be so much easier and a better working height for me when I have a counter. And then we're going to hammer these down to make sure they're in as I get it in the hole. There we go. There we go. The hole, getting them in the hole is the key. Sometimes they aren't quite there. You can kind of feel it with your hands. There we go. And then they rest on those ridges at the top that I showed you. Real simple. If you want, you can put a level on them to make sure that it's flat here and all level, but this seems to work. Okay, so I put the first tube on over there. Now I'll show you how I'm putting the rest on, and they fit right over top of these tubes. I really love that this is going to be portable. This is my own design, you guys. This is trying to keep costs down and create something that is mobile. Whereas I can pick it up and lift it myself, I don't need help. All right, and then we're going to put the top on to make sure they got them all down here. This is what gardeners do in the winter. We try to come up with ideas. And you want to make sure there's about a centimeter sticking out of the top, because that's where the next tray goes on. These are the grow lights I'm using. They're Volt King 2-foot 25 LED grow light. There's blue light, they support vegetative growth. Red light supports flowering, and 25 watts. And you can see the voltage and everything right there. So these were actually perfect for this, and they're easy to install, which is why I really like them. So you can see here, they come with instructions. They have the cords that you plug in, and they have an extension cord here. I'm just going to take it out of the case, out of the plastic, so you can see what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. And it's got a nice chain here. So you can turn it off and on. It also, open the hardware bag. What I like about this is not only can you bolt it, you've got all the drywall screws in here if you need to bolt it to a wall. But what I'm doing to keep this totally mobile, that's the extension cord there, cable, is I'm using the chains. And I really like these chains. And get it out with all the screws. So you can see the chains, and then they have hooks like this. So this is perfect because I don't have to put any holes in the plastic. I can just hang it off of there. I don't need that hook. They give you a lot of extra things. They even give you twist ties to stabilize them on. I'm keeping this as simple as possible. If I can dig these out. 1, 2, 3. And one more. Okay, I can't count, or I'm short one. I can't count. There it is. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to attach this underneath the shelf. So these are the hooks that your chain's going to go through, and you're going to use these. Now what I like to do is I like to thread the narrow end, because one end's thicker than the other, through here like that, and then the chain will hook on there. And that's all 4 of them. It's 2 on each side. Now the other thing you need to make sure is that you have adequate outlets in your room where you're putting these. So depending how big you go, I'm doing 3 stacks of these, you will need adequate electricity to run them. And they're only 25 watts, so they won't take much. So we take this side of the hook and we put the narrow piece through there, and then we bolt it to the chain like that. Then I hold it there, go around to the other side, do the same thing, and take your narrow one, bolt it through there, not bolt it, but push it through there because you don't have to bolt anything. I put it on the lowest rung here, and on the lowest rung here. And I am being all hands. There. So you can see that one's hanging like that. Now we'll do the other side. It's really awkward trying to video and hang stuff, I'll tell you. Not the easiest. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to show the chains. Maybe I'll back out a little bit. You can see a little bit better. Okay, so now we're going to hook up the other side. Now I'm only doing the 2 lower racks in lighting. I'm not doing the upper ones because they'll get adequate light from the window. Let's take this one up. Take the lower end of the, it's almost like a curtain hook. So you can see there, I had to get Rob to come give me a hand because I couldn't film and hold the lights to get them on there. And now it's just a matter of leveling them, and you just adjust the chain. So the way these lights work, you hang one direction and the other light another direction. And you can see here, and you have your chain to raise it or lower it. Now these cables here, you will plug into the lights on the ends, like here. So you can see this allows you to daisy chain them together. So it hooks in here and then around and hooks in here, and then your cable's on the other side where it plugs into the wall. And then you just pull the chains to shut whatever lights you want off. Now Rob had to come up and give me a hand because I was all fingers and kept dropping the darn hooks. So having another person is really, really helpful. But you can see how these are going to look. So let's put the rest of it together, because it's only the 2 rows here that are going to have the lights. All right, so that's it. They're all hooked up. Now the wiring is all daisy chained. You can see it there where that light hooks into that light, and then that light is hooking into that light, and then that light up there hooks down into there, and then they're all on one plug. So Rob came up and gave me a hand with the wiring, and it was just really awkward because I can't kneel, and we got it done. So it's all wrapped up and we're in the plug. One thing I want to get though is a long power bar, so I can pull the power bar out on that corner there, have it sit there, and I can just flip it off with my foot. Right now I got to unplug it. My power bar was too short. So that's one thing I'd recommend, is a longer power bar cable so that you can do that. And the light isn't working on my power bar either, so I can't tell what's on or off. Mind you, I'd know just looking at the lights by whether they're on or off. You can also turn them off by the chains individually. You can see the chains hanging right there. There's the chain hanging, and you can turn them off individually, so you don't have to have them all on either. So that's it for this video. This is how I am going to start my grow station. I don't know if I'll use those very top ones because they aren't getting much light, but the west light is so powerful that it might be doable. But we'll see. I'm going to use the rest of them though, and we'll see how many trays I can fit on it. So you can see here, it'll nicely hold a long tray of geranium. I did pull it out a bit from the wall there, so that's not hanging over the edge here, and it's supported. But I definitely can get 2.5 trays in here easily. So that is great. So we're all ready to go for the growing season. Now it's just a matter of waiting for time to pass, and then I can start more seedlings. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This was an easy project. Now here's the cost. So each one of these stands was $40, so $39.99. So that's 120 Canadian. The lights were $29.99, and there's 6 of them, so 30 times 6, 180. So 300 bucks for this system, plus tax and free labor. So not bad. So you can do this all for 300 bucks, and then you can take it apart and put it away, or move it to another spot into a room where you want it, your choice. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe, and let's keep things simple. Bye everyone.